Okay, welcome to the special meeting of the Village of Wappingers Falls for Tuesday, May 19th, 2020. Please acknowledge the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the
to the
flag
flag
of the United States
of
of America
America
and to the republic for which it stands,
stands
one
one
nation,
under
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all. Okay, tonight we are here and I will just remind everybody that, and for tonight also, I have confirmed with the village attorney that tonight's meeting has been convened in accordance with the governor's March 13th, 2020 executive order 202.1 and all superseding orders which suspends certain provisions of the open meetings law to allow a municipal board to convene a meeting via video conferencing in accordance with the executive order. The public has been provided with the ability to view tonight's work session meeting, and a transcript will be provided at a later date. We will do a roll call of the board members, but I know that there is a quorum present for this meeting, and we've also confirmed with the village clerk that this meeting has been duly noticed. We've fulfilled our legal notice requirements by posting notice on the village's bulletin boards, faxing to the library, and news organizations, etc., posting notice on the village's homepage of its website and listing on the village Facebook page. So tonight, let me share the agenda. We are gathered together for one item and one item only, the villages in Dutchess County, because of the good work done by some village mayors to the north of us and the county. We've been having regular Monday and Thursday conference call meetings. And I'm going to share our agenda, but we are, if people are in need of assistance, with this year's taxes, we have put together a resolution, and we are participating with the other villages in Dutchess County and Dutchess County tax collection services to allow for installment payments this year only for village taxes. What it would do is if you wanted to pay only half of your village taxes on the first day that they're due, you could. You could also pay 100%, but at your option, you could break your tax payment into two payments and make the second payment in July, August, or as late as September. And you would be charged the state mandated interest rate and the same interest rate as all other villages throughout Dutchess County would be paying. So that would be 5%, there would be a 5% charge for paying in July, a 6% charge for paying in August, and a 7% charge for paying in September. This is something that people should only consider if they're having real trouble making the entire tax payment, but we wanted to offer some assistance to our residents and parcel owners who might be having trouble with their financial well-being and need another option for making this year's tax payments. So there's a resolution that's been put together.
Mayor, I would just add one thing that, just to clarify that this is, this interest rate is actually set by statute. So under the real property tax law, villages can offer this as a courtesy to the residents, but it's set by the state as far as the state legislature passed this law to provide for payment village taxes in installments. And I know that you just gave that caution that, this is no recommendation, obviously, or endorsement of how we would like, our residents to pay their taxes, but it's offered as a courtesy, and it had to be passed by resolution, because this is not the norm of paying our taxes, our village taxes. In the past.
So I'll just repeat that because there might have been trouble hearing you, but those interest rates that I stated before are by state statute. They are what they are. The village is not recommending this as a course of action, but we understand that financial constraints might cause some people to need one other option. This is an option that you could use and make your tax payment into 2 installments instead of just one. And if that makes life easier for you, it's something you should use, but you should be aware that there is a state mandated interest payment that goes along with this. So that being said, I'll just read the resolution.
Should we do the roll call vote?
Oh,
Or
yes, please go ahead and do the roll call vote.
No, do a quorum. Just
Not
establish a quorum.
You gotta do it. You gotta do.
Let me do
John's
that.
going to do the roll call vote right now.
Mayor Alexander,
Here?
Trustee Markajohn, absent. Trustee Davis,
Present.
Trustee Komornick,
Here.
Trustee Huber,
Here.
Trustee Witten, absent. Trustee Panessa, absent. Village Attorney Wallace.
Here.
Have a quorum.
Okay, thank you, John. Okay, so at this time, could everybody hit mute on their screen? Because I'm getting some other noise coming in, and then I'll read this and then we can open it back up for discussion. So this resolution has been put together, and I'm going to ask for a motion and a second. And it says, whereas the Board of Trustees of the Village of Wappingers Falls recognizes that the current COVID-19 pandemic is creating significant financial hardship for the residents of the Village of Wappingers Falls, and whereas the Village Board of Trustees has the power pursuant to Real Property Tax Law Section 1434 to provide for the payment of village taxes in installments, now therefore be it resolved that the Village Board of Trustees hereby resolves to set the collection of village taxes as follows. On and after the adoption of this resolution, the village real property taxes may, but do not have to, be paid in 2 installments of approximately equal amounts. And I'll just repeat that this does not mean that you have to make 2 payments. This only means that if you would like to make 2 payments, that you may. The taxpayer is not obligated to pay by installment and may pay the entire tax bill in whole by July 1st without penalty or interest. If any installment is not paid on or before the date it is due, additional interest shall be added as provided by Real Property Tax Law, Section 1432 and Section 924A for each month or part thereof until paid. No such installment may be paid unless all prior installments, including interest, shall have been paid or shall be paid at the same time. If paying by installment, the first installment shall be due and payable to the village treasurer no later than July 1st with no interest. Failure or neglect by an owner of real property to pay the first installment on time as herein provided shall be construed as an election to pay the total amount of taxes in one payment in the manner provided by law, and shall thereby disqualify the taxpayer from the installment payment option. Such failure and neglect to pay timely will result in the standard interest, penalties, and other charges set forth in real property tax law described above. The second installment shall be due and payable to the village treasurer on or before September 1st. Failure or neglect to make this second installment payment timely will result in the standard interest, penalties, and other charges set forth in the real property tax law. Taxes which are paid through a real property tax escrow account may not be paid in installments. Unless renewed, this resolution shall apply only to the 2020-2021 tax year. The foregoing was put to a vote, and we will take that vote in a second. So at this time, you want to unmute yourself, and if there's any discussion, do we need to go into a public hearing? So are there any comments?
No. Gives people the right to, or the ability to catch a break.
Okay. If there's no discussion, I'd like to ask for a motion.
I'll make it.
Second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Trustee Davis, and I'll do a roll call vote. Trustee Huber?
Aye.
Trustee Markajon is absent. Trustee Komornick?
Aye.
Trustee Panessa is absent. Trustee Davis?
Aye.
Trustee Witten is absent, and I will vote aye as well. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 ayes and 3 nays because they're absent. And that passes this resolution. And so your next tax bill will provide you the opportunity, should you find it necessary, to pay in installments with interest. There was no other business advertised for this meeting. This was an emergency meeting just for this subject. So at this time, I'd like to ask if we could get a motion to adjourn.
I'll make it.
Second?
Second.
Seconded by Trustee Komornick. Thank you all. Stay safe and well.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, take care.
Be well, everybody.
Yep.